This edition of Taco Tuesday is all about chorizo, one of my favorite things in the world. It's easy to make your own chorizo, but most of us, let's face it, are going to go to the store and buy it. And thankfully, it's widely available across the U.S. today. However, in Chicago, I can tell you that the best stuff is the ones that come from the Mexican grocery stores where they're making it on premise. We have some good nationally distributed brands around too that can make a very, very decent chorizo. So don't hesitate to get started in your chorizo adventure by using some of those nationally available brands. So I have put the chorizo, which is a fresh sausage. This is not Spanish chorizo. It's a fresh sausage like our breakfast sausage, putting it into the pan to cook alongside some chopped up onions. And we're going to let that cook while we talk about the potato part of this. Because what I'm making here is the really classic potato chorizo filling for tacos, or to use in many, many different ways. And to tell you the truth, sometimes on Sunday morning I like to make potatoes and chorizo and serve poached eggs on the top of it. So it's sort of like an American version of something that's very common and very classically Mexican. Okay, so the potatoes that we're using today are boiling potatoes. This is the most common one in Mexico, not the big baking potatoes. Cut it up. And then I like to par cook them before I add them to the cooked chorizo. So you got a lot of different options for par cooking them. One is to just boil them in salted water, but the one that I turn to the most at my house for quick cooking is to steam them in the microwave. So I put them, after I've chopped them up, into a microwave safe bowl. Put on a couple tablespoons of water. That will create the steam. Cover it with plastic wrap, poke a couple of holes in there, and microwave at full speed for about 3 minutes. And that'll give you par cooked potatoes, which is what I've got right now. When the chorizo looks like it's getting close to done here, so it does, it's losing its pink color. Then I'm going to add these potatoes to it. I usually just reach in with my hand and pull them out of that liquid you're going to find at the bottom. That's your steaming liquid, but I just pull them out from that and put them into the skillet. Okay, and then we're just going to let all of that cook together until the potatoes are completely done and they have absorbed a lot of the flavoring of that chorizo. And just luckily, I have potato and chorizo finished over here. For those of you that like to experiment and do some really fun things, cooking some mushrooms in with this is really, really delicious as well. I like shiitake mushrooms in there. So basically we're done now. The chorizo should have a good amount of seasoning in it that the potatoes will soak up. So I probably don't need to put too much salt in it. It's super delicious. I said I'm wild about chorizo. So just a light sprinkling of salt there over the top of it, and we're going to be ready to plate it. But potato chorizo by itself is delicious, but 10 times more delicious when you put it with salsa verde, in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is sort of my go-to favorite, which is potato chorizo with salsa verde, avocado, and a little bit of the aged Mexican cheese, the one that they call queso añejo or cotija after a place name. So we've got some warm tortillas here, and I will lay a couple of them down here. I've got some salsa verde, some green tomatillo salsa. You can buy good brands of that now, or you can make your own. We'll put our potato chorizo mixture in the middle of the warm tortilla. I'm going to spoon on a little bit of the tomatillo salsa over the top of it now. And then I'm going to cut a little bit of avocado to go on the top of that. I'm just going to cut right down through it like that, through the avocado like that. Cut myself a couple of nice slices. And then I can peel the skin off of the avocado, lay those right there on top. Sprinkle the whole thing with a little bit of queso añejo over the top. And then what this is really crying for right now is a little bit of cilantro. So how about a few cilantro leaves over the top? And there you have it, one of the most classic flavors in the Mexican kitchen. Potatoes and chorizo, salsa verde, a little bit of avocado, queso añejo. Man, that is a delicious mouthful.